because I looked over here. Well, welcome into Cavalier Field after yours truly makes a mistake and doesn't send the game live. We're 9 minutes into the ball game. The game started at 7:02 with Jake Vassell on the mound. The Fort Collins Foxes plated 3 in the top of the first. Back-to-back home runs. Scored all 3 runs for the Fort Collins Foxes. And that is where we stand at this point. We're going into the bottom of the first with the Dodge City A's coming up to bat. So while we're here, let's go ahead and take a look at our starting lineups. Shannon Martin leading off for the Dodge City A's. Takes the first pitch and fouls it off for strike number 1. So here comes Grant Weisermans after Shannon Martin grounded out to the shortstop. Weisermans takes the first pitch. It's low, bounces for ball number 1. The A's already in a 3-run deficit.
Number 34 just fell in the dugout. He slipped getting back in. That's funny.
Takes that pitch low for ball 2. Ian Armbruster getting the start on the mound for the Fort Collins Foxes. The defensive alignment for the Foxes, left to right in the outfield, Little, Kraus, and Bertucci. Across the infield, third to first, West, Haskins, Carrillo, and Wright. Armbruster on the mound, Vinny Engel, the battery behind home plate. Grant Weisermans fouls one off to move the count to 2-1. That pitch misses outside. A 3-1 count to Grant Weisermans. Weisermans, the righty outfielder, 5'9", 175, comes from Westmont, played his freshman season from Marietta, California. Pitch is fouled off, and the count will run full. Payoff pitch coming from Armbruster. And it is spoiled by Weisermans. We'll see another one. Nobody on, one away for the Dodge City A's. Payoff pitch again. Armbruster delivers inside. It'll be a ball 4. We'll have a runner on and one away. Here comes Tyler McAvoy. McAvoy, also a Westmont product, played his freshman season, comes from Fontana, California. McAvoy 6'1", 210. Steps up for his first at bat of the night. McAvoy sends that one up the third base line. It is foul. To be down in the count 0-1. McAvoy checks his swing, says yes, he went around. He'll be down in the count 0-2. The 0-2 delivery coming from Armbruster. There goes Weiserman's, and McAvoy sends that one foul out of play. We'll do the 0-2 over again. McAvoy sends that one. It's over the third baseman's head. So the first hit of the ball game for the Dodge City A's, and that puts runners on first and second. So that'll bring up C.D. Sharples. Sharples from Northwest Nazarene, comes from Post Falls, Idaho. First pitch from Armbruster to Sharples. Delivers inside for ball one. It's hard to believe that the season is nearing its closure now, as that pitch is in for strike number one. The A's with just 3 games remaining at home after tonight. One pitch. Sharple sends that one out to right field, and it is caught by the right fielder Bertucci, and that'll move Weiserman's over to third. So runners on the corners, and here comes Nate Murphy. Murphy, the Bigsby, Oklahoma product, played his freshman season at Northeast Oklahoma. Murphy steps in. Brewster works from the third base side of the rubber. Fires in for ball one. Brewster has thrown 18 pitches already in the inning. 12 have been in for strikes. The A's trail this one 3-0 after the Foxes were propelled by the long ball in the top half of this inning. 2-0 count to Nate Murphy. Pitch is fouled off. Count moves to 2-1. 2-1 delivery. Goes inside. Makes it 3 balls and 1 strike. Three-one pitch from Armbruster. Fires, sent foul, and the count runs full. Another payoff pitch coming in the inning from Armbruster, and it will tie the total number of pitches that was thrown by Jake Vassell in the top half of the first. The payoff pitch. Runner goes. It's sent foul up the third base line, and will do it again. The payoff pitch again. Misses outside, and that will load the bases. So bases loaded with 2 away for the A's, and here comes Dominic Roberts. Roberts, a catcher outfielder, played his sophomore season at Lake Erie. Comes from Powell, Ohio. Both teams going deep in the batting order in the first at-bats of the game as that pitch comes in, hits Roberts in the back, and that'll score a run for the Dodge City A's. Bases remain loaded, and here comes Zach Mora. Mora has been playing consistent here as of late for the Dodge City A's. Mora, the 5'11", 175 infielder from Westmont College, comes from Moore Park, California. Bases loaded, 2 out. Mora chops that one, fielded by the third baseman. Throw to first in time, and they are able to beat out the speedy Mora. The A's leave him loaded. They get a run out of it, but that's all. They trail 3-1 as we're headed to the top of the second. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Haskins, after back-to-back strikeouts on a 2-1 pit count, sends one to the third baseman, Nate Murphy, who airmails it. Haskins on safely at second with an error. So that'll bring in Nuri Todd. Todd hit into a fielder's choice. It erased Haskins off the base paths in the top of the first, but that was all that would be done, as Todd would actually come around and score after the first home run of the inning. 1-0 count. So pitch is in for strike number 1. Throw down to third, a snap throw. Count now 3-1. All right, 2-2. Now it's a full count. Nuri Todd goes around, comes up empty. He'll strike out as Jake Vassell strikes out the side for the Dodge City A's, and that'll send us to the bottom of the second. The A's trail 3-1. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Preston Center leading off for the Dodge City A's. Just joined the team a couple of days ago. Center takes the first pitch for strike number 1. Comes up empty on that swing. Comes from a freshman at Bethany College from Rockwall, Texas. 6'3", 215 is Center. Down in the count, 0-2. That pitch down low. Another high school recent graduate joins the ranks of Remington Miller and Eric Mendoza. The 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed. He'll go down on strikes, and that'll be the first out of the inning for the Dodge City A's. Here comes Matthew Rivers. Rivers, the right fielder tonight, joined the team about a week ago as well. Rivers, a redshirt freshman from Des Moines Area Community College, comes from Colfax, Iowa. Takes first pitch for ball one. The 1-0. Sent foul by Rivers to even the count at one apiece. Rivers takes it inside. Count moves 2-1. Brewster delivers outside. They appeal down. Ass says, nope, did not go around. It's ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. The count to Matthew Rivers as the A's are completing their first trip through the batting order. Rivers called strike, and that will even the count, count runs full. Payoff pitch from Armbruster is low, and that'll put a runner on with 1 away. Back at the top of the order with Shannon Martin. Martin grounded out in his first at bat. Shannon Martin is hit by pitch. That'll put runners on first and second with only 1 away. Shannon Martin batting .295 on the season coming in to tonight's contest. Grant Weiserman's in for the Dodge City A's. He'll come up with 2 on and 1 out. And this mound visit is being broken up. It will end as we get ready to go back to work. Weisermans takes one, sends it out into left field. The throw home in time, and Rivers is out by a ways. 2 away for the Dodge City A's, but give Weisermans credit for a double. He's in at second, and the tying run on second for the Dodge City A's. Tyler McAvoy up for the Dodge City A's. Takes a swing at the first pitch he sees for strike number 1. Rivers was batting .133. McAvoy is batting .295 for the season. The 0-1 pitch Sent foul. McAvoy down in the count, 0-2. McAvoy sends that one foul. It's up the third base side as well. Count remains 0-2. Two away for the Dodge City A's. Weiserman's at second, Shannon at third for the A's. As that pitch inside and a snap throw down to third. The third baseman not even close to be able to make a tag. I'm not a little confused by why they would even make that throw. One ball and two strikes account on Tyler McAvoy. Armbruster remains on the mound. He's at 42 pitches. 25 have been in, 4 strikes. The 1-2, it misses outside and evens account at 2 apiece. Now there's action down in the bullpen for the Foxes. We'll see just how long of a leash they have for Armbruster. McAvoy checks his swing, but ends up going around, and that'll strand 2 more for the Dodge City A's as they get nothing out of the inning. We're headed to the top of the third. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Leading off in the third, Phoenix West for the Foxes. Jake Vassell back on the mound for the Dodge City A's, his 3rd inning of work in this ball game. First pitch to West misses for ball number 1. Two-0 count to West. West grounded out his last time up. Takes that pitch inside, called strike. 2 balls, 1 strike to count on the third baseman, Phoenix West. Pitch called strike. It evens a count at 2 apiece. The 2-2 delivery from Vassell goes low. The count goes full. pitch goes to right. It is right at the right fielder, Matthew Rivers, and out number 1.
Next is our beer batter, number 32, Nicholas Bertucci.
Bertucci, the beer batter for the night, steps in. He hit the home run back in the top of the first. A's trail 3-1. We've worked our way into the top of the third. The Foxes 3 runs on 3 hits. The A's 1 run, 2 hits, and an error. Bertucci comes up empty on that swing. Down in the count, 0-1. What happens if Bertucci strikes out? Well, the entire crowd gets $1 off beers for the next 15 minutes. At pitch, low, blocked by Roberts. Count even at 1 apiece.
It's $2 off if you're under 21. Oh, that would get me trouble on the air.
The 1-1 pitch outside. Makes it 2-1. 2-1 delivery. This is outside. Count now 3 balls and 1 strike to Bertucci. Bertucci, as I said earlier, the home run in the first. As that pitch goes low, it'll be ball 4. No strikeout for the beverage batter. Brings in James Wright. James Wright also hit a home run, but his was just a solo shot. Bertucci, the 2-run home run, and then Wright, the solo that made it 3-0. That pitch driven over the head of Shannon Martin. That'll put runners on first and second. Vinny Engel, the catcher for the Foxes.
No action in our bullpen.
Engel walked on his last time up.
No action in our bullpen. They're going to let Jake try to work out of it.
Highlighting number 7, Vinny Engel.
First pitch to Engel. Misses outside. It's ball 1. No action yet in the bullpen. That one's outside for ball 2. Action slowed in the Foxes bullpen. And by slowed, I mean it's come to a halt. The 2-0 pitch goes over the head of Engel. That moves both runners over to second and now third. There goes someone going to the bullpen for the Dodge City A's. Garrett O'Deal go down to the pen.
You gave us that earlier in the inning, Lou, not gonna lie. Chris Isaac on his way out to try to settle down Jake Bassel. Will it work?
Chris Isaac's going to go out and have a conversation with Vassell. 1 out for the Foxes. The Foxes will also send out their courtesy runner in Cole Barta. Take this opportunity to thank some sponsors. Bella Italia Ristorante LLC, Daniel Love, David H. Snap, Robert White, John Wilkinson, Hinton Plumbing, Meade Lumber Company, Roger Hedrick, and Julian Manuel Garcia. Break up this mountain visit. We'll go back to work. Bases loaded for the Foxes here in the top of the third with one away. In steps Joey Little. Little flew out his last time up. See what the Foxes can do here after working the bases loaded. First pitch to Little for strike number one. The 0-1 delivery. Oh, hits the umpire. Flip to second. Can't hold on to it. And that will keep the bases loaded.
Oh, and now he's complaining about the ball hitting the umpire. So they're going to talk about that. Are they just going to re-rule the play? No. The play stands.
So it was ruled that Mora dropped the ball on the transfer.
So they did give him an out.
So the A's got an out of it.
A run did score on that one, right?
A run scores and they get an out. Runners on the corners, and here is Max Carrillo. Carrillo struck out swinging his last time up. He was part of the top of the second inning that Vassell struck out the side. The 1-0 pitch, chopped to Martin at short. They'll go to second for the force out. That will end the inning on the fielder's choice as we head to the bottom of the third. The A's trailing 4-1. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. C.D. Sharple set to lead off for the Dodge City A's as we've entered the bottom of the third inning. A's trailing 4-1. Sharple's batting .243 on the season for the A's. Steps in after he hit into a sac fly his last time up. Armbruster back on the mound for the Fort Collins Foxes. There is activity down in the bullpen. Actually in both bullpens. First pitch in for ball number one. Armbruster misses outside for ball number two. 2-0 pitch. Called strike to make the count 2-1. Two-one delivery. Armbruster shakes one off, delivers, and it's sent foul to even the count at 2 apiece. The A's and Foxes, they have 3 games here at Cavalier Field tonight, tomorrow, and Thursday night. And the A's will have a couple of off days and make the trip to Fort Collins for a game. Count runs full to Sharples. The payoff misses. A leadoff walk for C.D. Sharples, and that'll bring in Nate Murphy, who walked on his last time up. Nate batting .231. Four runs, 4 hits for the Foxes, 1 run on 2 hits, and an error for the Dodge City A's as that pitch misses inside. Ball number 1. Armbruster's thrown 51 pitches, 28 have been in for strikes. 1-0 delivery. Comes inside again. Makes it 2-0. The 2-0 delivery. Swung on and missed to make the count 2-1. Heard us talk throughout the season about pitchers who work quickly, keep the pace up. Not necessarily the case here tonight.
Right now we're in only three innings.
And to every right, each pitcher has their pace. They have their actions that they go through when they do their things. Some pitchers work quicker than others. The 3-1 misses inside, and that'll put runners on first and second for the A's with nobody out. Dominic Roberts steps in. He was hit by pitch. The first pitch that he saw wore it right in the back. That also scored the run for the Dodge City A's as he come up with bases loaded.
First and second, nobody out. You need a bunt. You need a bunt. You need a bunt. We talked about this in the fucking when we had dinner.
First
Oh my
pitch.
God, thank you, John.
Roberts bunts, sends it. The third baseman Fields throws to first in time. That'll put runners on second and third with 1 away.
That's what you call a team AB. Thank you. Look at team like that bump right now out of
Dom
him.
comes up and does his job, gets both runners into scoring position. The A's down 4-1. So here comes Zach Mora. Mora grounded out his last time up.
We'll take that again. That'd be another run. As long as he keeps it up the middle, not on the ends.
Mora takes the first pitch for strike number 1. Dom Roberts, by the way, was batting .270 on the season coming into tonight. Mora at .203. Mora sends one up the third base line, fielded by the third baseman. An unproductive out for the Dodge City A's as
Stay out of the corners. You gotta stay up the middle with that thing.
so that'll hold runners on at second and third, and here comes Preston Center. Center struck out swinging his last time up. Center Has enough to be at 500 for a batting average.
He has 2 bloops and a chopper that have made his way through.
Pitch is fouled off. Down in the count, 0-1 is center, 2 away for the Dodge City A's. The A's have already stranded 5 in this ball game. That pitch outside, stopped by the catcher Angle. 1 ball and 1 strike, the count to Preston Center. Little, Kraus, and Bertucci left to right in the outfield. West, Haskins, Carrillo, and Wright third to first across the infield for the Fort Collins Foxes. Center comes up empty on that one. Actually fouls it off. Down in the count, 1-2. Armbruster's on the mound for his 3rd inning of work. Has thrown 61 pitches. 34 have been strikes. The 1-2 delivery. Sent to the third base side, fielded by the third baseman. Throw to first in time. The A's strand 2 more. They come up empty on that one, trailing 4-1 as we head to the top of the 4th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball.
John's mom's. Yes, you did.
Aiden Kraus leads off for the Fort Collins Foxes as we've entered the top of the 4th. He struck out swinging his last time up. Takes a strike swinging for strike number 1. That one inside. Makes the count 1 ball and 1 strike. 2-2 the count.
Mr. O posted another comment on your Facebook. And that rolls over the lineup to the top. What did you comment or what did you post? Just a game day?
Next up, number 1, Larry Haskins.
So after the leadoff walk of Aiden Cruz, the Foxes turn the lineup over to Larry Haskins. Haskins 1 for 2. Got on an error his last time up. Down in the count, 0-1. Vassell throws over to first. It's not in time. Oh, 1 delivery to Haskins is popped up. It'll go foul, and it will be strike number 2. The 0-2, there goes the runner. Throw down to second will not be in time. The pitch was down for ball number 1. The 1-2 pitch. Vassell takes a look back at second. It's a fly ball headed out to center field. Weiserman's there to pull that one down for out number 1. So here is Nuri Todd. Todd is 0 for 2. Hit into a fielder's choice and struck out his last time up. 1 on and 1 away for the Foxes. Foxes leading this game 4-1. Todd comes up empty on that swing. Down in the count, 0-1. The 0-1 swung on again.
What is his name on there? He goes, catch the freaking ball, bro.
Runner at third for the Foxes. 0-2 count to Nuri Todd. He'll come up empty. And he'll go back to the dugout down on strikes. 2 away for the Foxes, and that'll bring in Phoenix West. West 0 for 2. A ground out and a fly out.
At light number 9, Phoenix West.
Called strike. West down 0-1. Pitch is grounded. It will go foul. It rolled up the third base line and will do the 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, a count to Phoenix West. Jake Vassell comes set. Delivers inside. Vassell thought it was strike 3, but it's ball 1.
That ball's fair.
That scores a run. Foxes lead it 5-1. 2 away for the Foxes, and here comes Nicholas Bertucci. Bertucci walked on his last time up. Bertucci takes that one. It's a fly ball. Weiserman's tracking it, and it's off the wall. So it'll be a stand-up double, and another run scores. Fox is leading it 6-1. Here comes Chris Isaac again for the Dodge City A. He's going to go out and have a conversation with Jake Vassell.
Is that Odie or Robert? They kind of look the same, not gonna lie. From down here.
So we'll take this opportunity to thank some more of our sponsors: Village Square Mall, First Avenue Dental, ITC Great Plains LLC, Kelly Hendricks DDS, Kirby Meat, Best Water of Southwest Kansas, Danny Thomas, and Wendy Barnett. We thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's baseball. 6 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Fort Collins Foxes. 1 run on 2 hits and an error for the Dodge City A's, as that mound visit is broken up and will go back to work. James Wright steps up to the plate. He's 2 for 2. A home run and a single.
Up next for the Foxes, number 25, James Wright.
Also went yard. He's seen the ball good. Oh, thank you.
Pitch is grounded to Martin. Throw to first in time, and that will end the inning. The Foxes strand 1. We're headed to the bottom of the 4th. 6-1 Foxes. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Cooper Corcoran takes over the mound for the Fort Collins Foxes as Matthew Rivers steps up. Walked on his last time up. Takes the first pitch from the new pitcher for ball number 1. The 1-0 delivery. Check swing. Called strike. Evens the count at 1 apiece. Pitches off the zone for ball number 2.
If we don't get that, that's gonna be a long day.
3 balls and 1 strike. The count to Matthew Rivers. Rivers batting 133 in the early part of the season that he has. 3-1 pitch inside. That'll put a runner on for the Dodge City A's with nobody out. The A's worked the bases loaded earlier in the ball game, but was unable to do anything. The A's have already stranded 7 in just 3 innings. Here comes Shannon Martin as the A's turn the lineup over. Martin's 0 for 1, was hit by pitch his last time up. Shannon Martin with 23 hits on the season, 12 have been singles. Martin takes that one inside. It's ball number 1. Ball number 2 skirts away from the catcher angle. That'll move Rivers over to second on a wild pitch. Corcoran has already thrown 7 pitches in the ball game. Just one of them has been in for a strike.
For us, we're under 500, so we have less.
So a quick mound visit. We'll go back to work. The 2-0 count comes up empty on a swing. Does Martin. Count moves to 2-1.
Same pitch was called the ball to fucking Rivers.
2-2 count.
Productive out right now from Shannon. Need it. We need it.
Corcoran looks back at second. Delivers. And Martin, called on the strike, will go down looking for out number 1. Grant Weiserman steps up to the plate, 1 for 1, a walk and a double in the ball game.
At plate number 13, Grant Weiserman.
Grant with 40 hits on the season, 24 have been singles. The pitch misses low for ball number 1. One 0 count coming from Corcoran. Comes set, takes a look back at second. Rivers with the lead. Misses high for ball 2. Corcoran steps back on, working from the third base side of the rubber. A long look back at second. Misses outside high again, and the count now 3 balls and no strikes to Grant Weiserman's. See if Weiserman even pulls the bat off of his shoulder on this one, or if he has the green light. It's a 4-pitch strike, and that'll put runners on first and second with 1 away.
4-pitch strike.
4-pitch walk.
I don't know where that ball's missing.
So the coach for the Fort Collins Foxes goes out to have a conversation on the mound. We've worked our way into the bottom of the fourth. The A's trailing 6-1. The Foxes scored 3 in the first, 1 in the third, and 2 in the fourth. The A's with their lone run in the bottom of the first, and it was a bases loaded hit by pitch that scored the run. So here comes Tyler McAvoy for the Dodge City A's. Tyler McAvoy on the season with 18 hits, 13 have been singles. There have been just 2 triples hit on the season. One of them belongs to Carson Johnson, the other to Nate Murphy. First pitch misses to Tyler McAvoy. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 away, 2 runners on for the Dodge City A's. The 1-0 delivery. Misses high again, makes it 2-0.
He is really struggling to find his own.
Rivers at second, Weiserman's at first. Weiserman's drew the 4-pitch walk. We'll see what happens with McAvoy. The count, 2 balls, no strikes.
Oh my goodness.
As Corcoran misses outside on that one, and the count's now 3-0. The hurry up, let's get ready sign sent to the bullpen for the Fort Collins Foxes. The 3-0 delivery coming up from Corcoran. Come set. McAvoy fouls that one off.
3-0 is really great.
Three balls, 1 strike. Pitch called strike on the inner edge. Full count worked now after McAvoy went ahead 3-0. Payoff pitch coming.
Oh no.
So McAvoy comes up empty after going ahead 3-0. Works the count full and then strikes out swinging. 2 away for the Dodge City A's, and here comes C.D. Sharple. Sharple's yet to record an official at bat. He hit into a sac fly and walked on his last time up. Sharple's 9 hits on the season. All 9 have been for singles. The pitch to the first base side, fielded by the second baseman, throw to first in time. The A's strand 2 more as the Foxes lead at 6-1. We're headed to the top of the 5th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Benny Engel takes ball one, has walked on both times he's been at the plate. The Foxes lead at 6-1 as we've worked our way to the top of the 5th inning. We should see the ketchup, hot dog, and mustard race coming up in between. Two balls, no strikes, to Engel. Takes that one outside for ball 3.
4-pitch walk. If that happens, we will be seeing Cody, unfortunately.
Engel takes that one for strike number 1. Vassal's thrown 85 pitches already. 48 have been strikes. As that pitch misses and puts the leadoff runner aboard via the walk. Here comes Joey Little. Little's 0 for 2. Hit into a fielder's choice his last time up. No indication of making a change from the Dodge City A's coaching staff. Little comes up empty on strike number 1.
Pisser down the line, fair. Oh, shoot him. Bo is in the play, third base. Didn't even notice that change. Did you?
Nope.
Oh, Nate Murphy had been complaining about his back. That his back's been like killing him. So. Oh, Dalian. At third. We got real lucky that they decided to run like an idiot. That ball's ripped. Past the diving try. Oh, wait, no, that's Murph out there. So they took out Preston.
A triple for Max Carrillo. Another run scores, and the Foxes lead it 7-1. So we're going to make a pitching change. We'll tell you about it when we come back. The night for Jake Vassal will be done. We'll tell you about the change after this. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Garrett Odie takes over the mound for the Dodge City A's.
So yeah, he's had bad ABs with that song.
Takes over with a runner on third and 1 run in and 1 out for the Fort Collins Foxes. The Foxes have scored in every inning so far except the second.
And that is going to bring in another run. Sacrifice fly. 8 runs on 8 hits. That puts the lineup over to Larry Haskins.
At plate leadoff, number 1, Larry Haskins.
So the lineup turns over to Larry Haskins. Haskins 1 for 3, flew out his last time up. And a 1-1 count. Ball misses high, makes it 2-1.
Ooh.
2-1 pitch, misses again, makes it 3-1. Haskins makes contact. It's going to the left field side. And pulled down by Nate Murphy. Murphy moved from third to left. And Bo Dalian took over at third in the top part of this inning. That'll do it for the top of the sixth, or top of the fifth, rather. We're headed to the bottom of the fifth. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. A 1-1 count to Nate Murphy leading off for the Dodge City A's. So we've worked our way into the bottom of the fifth. And the count moves to 2-1. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch misses high, and the count runs full to Nate Murphy.
It's like, I thought I'd have more. I wouldn't mind getting extra ABs, because, I mean, nice. I love my guys, don't get me wrong, but I'm not doing too much.
Murphy makes contact, pops it up. Being tracked by the center fielder, Cruz, and it will be down for out number 1.
Yeah, he's like the only one that's been just super consistent. From game 1 has been a dog.
Now play number 4, Dominic Roberts.
I bet.
Roberts comes up empty on that swing to even the count at 1 apiece.
So how'd you guys find Dakota?
Dom Roberts with 10 hits on the season. 8 have been singles. Roberts swings at that one.
Struck out?
And he'll strike out swinging. Zach Moore now at the plate. Moore is 0 for 2, 2 away for the Dodge City A's. The A's 1 run on 2 hits. The Foxes 8 runs on 8 hits. Zach Morris, 16 hits on the season, 11 have been singles, takes the first pitch for strike number 1.
Pound
1-1 the count. That pitch called strike has Mora down in the count 1-2. Gay's struggling to find a flow offensively here in this ball game. Mora will come up empty. He'll go down swinging, and that'll send us to the top of the 6th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. 0-1 count to Bertucci. Misses for ball number 1. Two away for the Foxes. Nobody on as that pitch is called strike. Down in the count, 1-2. Garrett Odie back on the mound for the Dodge City A's. The 1-2, caught foul tip. Bertucci will go down, and that is dollar off beers in the ballpark after Bertucci strikes out. That will end the inning. We're headed to the bottom of the 6th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Bodalian leads off, and a fly ball down the right field side, right to Bertucci for out number 1. Good contact by Dalian, but right at the right fielder for the out. Here comes Matthew Rivers. Rivers has walked on both times he's been at the plate. A's trailing 8-1. First pitch to Rivers misses for ball number 1. Logan Martin took over the mound for the Fort Collins Foxes. The Foxes now on to their 3rd pitcher of the ball game. That pitch called strike. Evens a count at 1 apiece. Another pitcher in the bullpen for the Fort Collins Foxes. Rivers makes contact, sends it down the right field side, and flies out to his counterpart in right field. So the A's turn the lineup over to Shannon Martin. Martin's 0 for 2. Went down looking his last time up. First pitch he sees in for strike number 1. Martin fouls that one up the first base line. He'll be down in the count 0-2. 0-2 pitch. Martin set. Delivers to Shannon Martin for ball number 1. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 away for the Dodge City A's. So we've worked our way into the bottom of the 6th inning. The A's have not scored since the first. And that pitch, Martin comes up empty. He'll go down on strikes, and that will end the inning. As we head to the 7th, you've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. James Wright takes the first pitch he sees from Garrett Odie. It's sent to left field for a leadoff hit. That'll bring in Vinny Engel. Engel has walked on every time he's been at the plate. 3 straight walks that he has received, yet to record an official at bat. Starts it off with high pitch 1. The 1-0 pitch coming. Called strike on the outer edge makes it 1-1. Pitch is fouled off. Down in the count, 1-2 is Engel. Three of the 5 walks in this ball game belong to the catcher, Vinny Engel, and now he gets his first official at bat, and it's a strikeout. So that'll bring in Joey Little. Little's 1 for 3, singled his last time up. First pitch, high and inside for ball 1. The 1-0. Chopped up the third baseline to even the count at 1 apiece. Garrett Hody's now thrown 26 pitches, 16 in for strikes. The 1-1 pitch as Odie steps on, working from the first base side of the rubber. 1 on, 1 away for the Foxes. Throw over to first is not in time. We'll go back to work. A 1 ball, 1 strike count to Joey Little. Little's 1 for 3 in the ball game. Pitch delivered high makes it 2-1. Two-one pitch is fouled off, buzzes the tower here at the press box, and count evens itself at 2 apiece. Two-two pitch. High ball. It was swung on. Now, I'm not sure, but what Dom Roberts might not have gotten tipped with that one. I really think what happened is Dom Roberts' hand got clipped. We'll go back to work. 2 away for the Foxes. James Wright on at first. Max Carrillo steps in. He's 1 for 3. Tripled his last time up. Takes first pitch for strike number 1. The 0-1 pitch from Odie, swung on, comes up empty again, and down in the count 0-2. Carrillo with 1 strike already in, or 1 strikeout in the ball game already. Down in the count 0-2. Odie looks over at first. Delivers. The pitch misses high. Makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. One-two delivery. Sent foul into the netting, and that will even the count at 2 apiece. C.D. Sharple's there to haul that one down for the final out of the inning as it was popped into foul territory. And that will end it. It is stretch time in Dodge City as we head to the bottom of the 7th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Grant Weiserman's in with a 2-0 count. Ethan Brown, the new pitcher on the mound. Weiserman's comes up empty for strike number 1. Two-one pitch from the lefty Brown. Weiserman's empty again to even the count at 2 apiece. Weiserman's 1 for 1, 2 walks and a double in the ball game. Pitch is fouled off to stay alive. The 2-2 count. Weiserman's pops it up on the infield. Tracking it is the second baseman. Pulls it down in the shallow outfield grass for out number 1. Tyler McAvoy steps in. He's 1 for 3. He has struck out the last 2 times he's been at the plate. The pitch fouled off. Down in the count, 0-1. 0-1 delivery. Swung on and missed. McAvoy down 0-2. The A's trailing 8-1. McAvoy makes contact, pops it up. It's on the right field side. Tracking it is the right fielder Bertucci. Pulls it down. Out number 2. C.D. Sharples at the plate. Sharples is 0 for 1. Grounded out his last time up.
Number 24, C.D. Sharp.
2 away for the Dodge City A's. Sharples steps in. Takes the first pitch for ball number 1. Pitch is a strike on the inside part now. Evens a count at 1 apiece. Ball 2. Ball 3, delivered low. The count runs to 3-1. Three one delivered low, and that will put Sharples on with ball number 4. Nate Murphy stepping in. He is 0 for 1. Flew out his last time up. A's with 1 on and 2 out. We've worked our way into the bottom of the 7th, trailing 8-1. Pitch misses low. 1-0 count to Nate Murphy. The 1-0 down again, makes it 2-0. The A's have stranded 9 runners so far in the ball game. They've had opportunities but not been able to bring anything across since the first. That pitch called strike. 2-1 the count to Nate Murphy. The A's have drawn 10 free passes in the ball game. That pitch is swung on and missed.
That's a lie. There's no way we've been walked or walked. Bro, that literally means that's 6 free fucking runs, or 7 actually, because there are only 3 people that are allowed on base at a time.
2-2 pitch to Murphy. Misses outside. Count runs full. Murphy will draw the walk, and that brings up Dominic Roberts. Roberts struck out swinging his last time up. So after Brown got 2 quick outs, now there's 2 runners on with 2 away. So Roberts will step in. Sharples at second, Murphy at first for the Dodge City A's. The first pitch he sees low for ball 1. Ball 2 issued low and inside. Brown at 23 pitches now, 10 4 strikes. The 2-0 pitch. Swung on and missed. The ball was cut off by the pitcher as they were attempting a throw down to second.
Yeah, pitcher's just like, we're going to focus on the batter button.
2 balls, 1 strike. The count to Dominic Roberts. As a pitch comes inside, gets away from Angle, but not enough to allow advancement. 3 balls and 1 strike. The count. Now on the catcher for the Dodge City A's, Dominic Roberts. The 3-1 pitch. This is low, and that will load the bases. 3 straight walks have loaded the bases, and here comes the coach for the Fort Collins Foxes. And they will have a mound visit here. Go ahead and thank some more of our sponsors. Clark D. Stewart, Ann Fragon Financial, and Conant Construction LLC. Along with the City of Dodge City and Ford County, Community Foundation of Southwest Kansas, Lewis Automotive Group, and Curbs Law Office. We thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's baseball. Of course, why not Dodge, one of the game night sponsors tonight, along with I Don't Care Family Restaurant and Sports Bar. If you come to Dodge, go check them out. It is I Don't Care Family Restaurant and Sports Bar. So that mound visit is broken up, and we will go back to work. 3 straight walks have loaded the bases after 2 pop fly outs. And we will go to work with Zach Mora. Mora's 0 for 3, struck out swinging his last time up. Mora takes pitch for ball number 1. Pitch in for strike 1 to even the count at 1 apiece. The 1-1 check swing. They appeal down, says nope, did not go. 2 balls, 1 strike to count on Zach Mora. Bases loaded with 2 away. This is the third time in the ball game that the A's have worked the bases loaded but have only scored 1 run. 3 balls, 1 strike. Brown comes set. Mora comes up empty on a swing, and the count runs full. Payoff pitch. Brown looking in, has his sign, come set. Steadies himself on the rubber. Fires in, Mora lines back at the second baseman, Carrillo, for the out that will end the inning. The A's leave them loaded again. We're headed to the top of the 8th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Cole Barta will be a pinch hitter for the Fort Collins Foxes as he will lead off in the 9-hole here in the top of the 8th. The Foxes leading 8-1. The A's have not scored since the bottom of the first. The Foxes 3 in the first, 1 in the third, 2 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth. The first pitch in to Barta for ball number 1. Barta comes up empty on that one. Offers up to even the count at 1 apiece. Two balls, 1 strike, the count to Barta. Three balls and 1 strike, now the count to Cole Barta. Garrett Odie with 38 pitches, 23 4 strikes. The 3-1 delivery. Swung on and missed. The count runs full. Barta makes contact, sends it foul. Count remains 3-2. Payoff pitch again. Misses inside. Nope, called strike. A delayed call, but called strike, and that will send Barta back to the dugout. So here comes Larry Haskins, the one-hole hitter, shortstop for the Fort Collins Foxes. Haskins 1 for 4, flew out his last time up. Ball 1, issued high. Called strike 2, even the count at 1 apiece.
That's the crazy one. Thoughts is crazy. Thoughts is crazy.
1-1 pitch. Left a little bit high for ball number 2. Isaiah Velasco takes over catching duties for the Dodge City A's. The only defensive change is that pitch sent high for ball 3. Three balls, 1 strike. The pitch delivered. Makes contact. Fielded by Daly in the throw to first. Not in time. A good stop by Bo Dalian, but not able to get it across in time, and 1 on and 1 away for the Foxes.
Harry Todd, was he struck out 3 times already?
Yep.
Tyler Smith, please come up to the press box, please. Tyler Smith.
So here comes Nuri Todd. Todd is over 4. A fielder's choice and 3 strikeouts. Let's see if we can go for the platinum sombrero. Garrett Odie gets a new ball. Yes, I was trying to speak it into existence. Matthew Chavez joins me next to the press.
I've been the one doing the live stream. Was that first pitch at? Was that strike or ball? Yeah, I'll say motivation. We just been losing so bad. So many teams. Runner goes. Oh, by a mile of throws on point. Another jog ball at center field by Shannon. Oh, we just got lucky. No, we didn't. Oh my goodness. Get out of the way, Tanner. So how many errors is that? 2? So what, a throwing error by 1 error. 1 error? Who's it on? Who you guys giving it to?
Shannon.
Given the, I thought it was more that threw it.
Another run scores for the Fort Collins Foxes after a stolen base and then a throwing error. And now Nuri Todd on at first after bunting. Throw to first, not in time. Phoenix West down in the count 0-1. West is 1 for 4. Flew out his last time up. Runner goes, and there is the pitch fouled off. We heard it yesterday. The scouting report said that they were going to try to run, and guess what? There it is.
Didn't have to run at first. They hit 2 bombs. They've been hitting the ball well. They haven't really been running. 11 hits. More errors than runs for your Dodge City A's. Not a good ratio. That to win ball games.
0-2 the count to Phoenix West. Runner goes. West will go down on strikes. Nope, it'll be a foul ball. Garrett Martin's in the bullpen for the Dodge City A's.
No need to waste another arm. The game's already lost.
The A's trail 9-1.
Was that also an unearned run on Odie?
West goes down looking, and here comes Bertucci. Bertucci's 2 for 3. A foul tip out his last time up. Todd still at first for the Foxes. 2 away, 1 on, 1 run in. The throw to first not in time.
Picked by C. Sharples, luckily, otherwise that motherfucker would have been third.
Todd goes. The pitch is a ball. The sweeping tag got him. That'll end the inning as Todd is tagged out at second, and a strike delivered by Isaiah Velasco to get the out. That will send us to the bottom of the 8th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Bo Dalian set to lead off for the Dodge City A's as we've worked our way into the bottom of the 8th. The A's trail 9-1.
Leading off for the A's, number 30, Bo Daly.
Dalian pops that one up. It's headed backwards towards the stands, and it'll fall. A fan right in front of the press box barehands it,
Go get you $1 at the concession stand.
and he will be able to return it for $1 at the concession stand.
Yeah, you did. Somebody guess that number. Pitcher winds, deals, still can't see. Frozen first strike number 3 as he walks off number 20. No, number
An unknown pitcher on the mound because
58 or my
it's number 58, but we have no idea because the rosters were never updated.
So as of right now, 58 does not exist.
So pitcher no name.
So mysterious. The mystery man out there, pumping strikes.
Two-one count to Rivers after Bo Dalian went down looking. Rivers is 0 for 1, flew out his last time up.
Yep.
Pitch is called strike. To even the count at 2 apiece. Back-to-back strikeouts, and now 2 away. Here comes Shannon Martin. Martin's 0 for 3. He has struck out the last 2 times he's been at the plate.
The mystery man coming in, shoving, throwing strikes.
Up next, number 25, Shannon Martin.
Pitcher no name. Accuracy, accuracy. It's tied to the number, not to the name. For to be honest. Pitcher no name. Coming in, throwing strikes.
Shannon Martin takes the first pitch for
Mr.
strike number 1. That one missing low. Evens a count at 1 apiece.
Oh, so mysterious. Comes in, gets 2 straight Ks. Yep.
3 balls, 1 strike. The count to Shannon Martin.
Look like it to me. I'm gonna be real with you too. Yep. Oh.
Martin will draw the walk. They'll bring up Grant Weiserman's. Weiserman's is 1 for 2, flew out his last time up.
Gee wise.
Weiserman's down in the count, 0 and 1.
Throw it, Gaston, throw it. On the field.
Throw over to first, not in time. No balls, 1 strike to count to Grant Weiserman's. Weiserman, lone hit of the ball game, a double. Shannon Martin gets a lead off, and that pitch is sent to right field, but pulled down by Bertucci for the final out of the inning. We're headed to the top of the 9th. A's trail 9-1. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Three balls and 2 strikes, the count to Nicholas Bertucci, the leadoff hitter for the Fort Collins Foxes. Garrett Martin now on the mound for the Dodge City A's. The payoff pitch. Popped up, headed down the right field line, giving chase, calling.
It's fair.
It falls fair.
If that isn't a perfect synopsis of how the A's night has gone, I don't know what is.
Tell us how it is.
Tell us how it is. Well, oh, Jesus. It has been a cow manure show.
A's trail 9-1 as the leadoff hitter drops one in just inside the fair line. And that just shows how things have not gone well for the Dodge City A's in this ball game. 1 run on 2 hits. Yes, that is correct. 2 hits for the Dodge City A's. 9 runs on 11 hits for the Foxes, and the A's also have 2 errors.
How many left on base for the Dodge City A's?
13 left on.
Jesus. Off how many free passes?
I'd have to go back and count, Matt.
Matt Schaub is
One.
not on the mic because he will be exploding and would get reprimanded for the things that he wants to say.
The 1-1 count to James Wright. Wright is 3 for 4, singled his last time up. That pitch is called strike, and down in the count, 1-2.
Oh, they gave us the name of the pitcher. It was Zach Radigan from Adams State. Another.
Pitch is popped up. Fielded by Matthew Rivers for out number 1.
Vinny Engel.
In steps Vinny Engel. Engel walked on 3 times in the ball game and struck out once. 0 for 1.
It's not looking good for him, though. The lefty-lefty has not hit well. Big slow curveball will be coming in from Garrett Martin right here.
Pitch misses outside. Ball number 1.
Garrett Martin's going to try it again to see how he likes it. And if he goes it down 2-0, he's going to go with a fastball up and in to try to reset his focal point.
The 1-0 pitch. Runner goes. Throw down to second, not in time, as it is ball number 2. Popped up. Grant Weiserman's giving chase. He's tracking it ahead of the warning track. He's got it. And the throw in will not be in time, as that'll put a runner on third. So that'll bring up Joey Little. Little's 1 for 4. Struck out swinging his last time up. First pitch from Martin, down low for ball 1. Garrett Martin, 14 pitches, 7 have been strikes. Nine strikeouts have been issued by the Fort Collins Foxes pitching staff in this ball game. The 1-1 count. That pitch misses low for ball number 1. Ball Number 2. Thank you for correcting me. Ball inside. 3 balls, 1 strike. The count to Joey Little. Runner on third, 2 away for the Foxes. That pitch is popped up, and it will go foul to bring the count full. A payoff pitch coming from Garrett Martin. As the pitch is fouled off, we'll do it over again. The Fort Collins Foxes have held the A's scoreless since the first. The A's are lone run coming off of a hit by pitch in the bottom of the first inning. That pitch was fouled off again. We'll do the payoff again. Pitch. A high fly ball. It's headed to the right field side. Played off the wall by Weisermans. And Little was digging for third, but will retreat back to second. It'll be a RBI double, and the Foxes lead it 10-1. Max Carrillo steps in. He's 1 for 4, flew out his last time up. The only innings that the Foxes have not scored in, the 2nd, 6th, and 7th. First pitch. Line drive back out into right field. Here comes Little running for home, and he'll be in safely. Another run scores, and the Foxes now lead at 11-1. So that'll bring in Cole Barta. Barta struck out looking his last time up. Barta takes the pitch for strike number 1. Runner on first, 2 runs in the inning. As the Foxes will have scored in 6 of the 9 innings. Down in the count, 0-2 is Barta. 2 away for the Foxes. Both runs scored with 2 outs as well. The pitch, a fly ball. It's going to get down. Carrillo digging for third, and he'll be over. That'll put runners on the corners, and still 2 away. 15th hit of the ball game for the Fort Collins Foxes, countered by the A's with 2.
A tiny, baby, minuscule discrepancy.
Up next, number 1, Larry Haskins.
Larry Haskins steps in. He is 2 for 5.
Someone just screamed, Larry! From Practical Jokers.
Pitch, called strike, has Haskins down in the count, 0-1. Ball one issued inside as this game now approaching the 3-hour mark. One. Little excuse me as the ball gets away from Isaiah, ruled foul, and that will send Barta back to first. One ball, 2 strikes, account to Haskins. Haskins will go down on strikes, and that will end the inning as the Foxes strand 2 more. The A's trail 11-1 as we head to the bottom of the 9th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball.
Goodness. Oh my God.
Tyler McAvoy leads off, bounces one off the right field wall, digging for third. He's going. The throw, not in time, and Tyler McAvoy in. Leads off the inning with a triple, the 3rd hit of the ball game for the Dodge City A's.
And the 3rd triple of the season, because for some reason you mentioned the amount of triples that we had this year.
Also the 3rd triple of the season, you are correct.
So that was a very random thing for me to mention.
CD Sharple steps in. He's 0 for 1, walked on his last time up.
Officially have more hits than errors.
That pitch in for ball number 1 to CD Sharples.
Ones. It's ones on Chargers. Ones.
Comes up empty on that swing, and now down in the count, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. The count on CD Sharples. That pitch misses outside for ball number 2. Evens the count at 2 apiece. Sharples sends that one up the first base side. goes foul. The count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out, a runner at third for the Dodge City A's, but they trail in this game 11-1. The Foxes 11 runs on 15 hits, no errors. They have stranded 8. The A's with 1 run on 3 hits, 2 errors, have stranded 13. Full count, payoff pitch coming to Sharples. Pitch is called strike. That will send him back to the dugout. He'll go down on strikes. 1 away for the Dodge City A's. Here comes Nate Murphy. Murphy is 0 for 1, walked on his last time up. 3 of the 4 times that Nate Murphy has been at the plate, it has been a walk. So not just the A's that are issuing the free passes, the Fort Collins Fox is doing it as well. That pitch in for strike number 1. Murphy offers, comes up empty. Down in the count, 0-2. One away for the Dodge City A's. The 0-2 delivery comes up empty again, does Murphy, and that will be out number 2. Here comes Dominic Roberts. Roberts is 0 for 1, walked on his last time up.
Dominic Roberts looking very ethnic right now. Swinging on the
Actually,
outside.
never mind. It's Isaiah Velasco.
I told you about that. Dominic Roberts got a good suntan.
Velasco takes the first pitch for ball number 1. So Velasco with his first at-bat of the ball game. The 1-0 pitch misses low, makes it 2-0. Velasco came in defensively 2 innings ago. He takes one, a high fly ball. It's headed to right field. Will it drop? It bangs off the wall, misplayed. Velasco's digging for third. The run has scored. Here comes a throw. Velasco in safely. The second triple of the inning, the 4th of the season for the Dodge City A's.
Yeah, we have a run. And we have 2 more hits. Yeah, it's not on the, not for the Fox.
Three balls and 1 strike to Zach Mora. One run in, the A's trail 11-2. 3-1 pitch.
Yeah, you did.
Moore checks his swing, says he went around, and that will run the count full. The payoff pitch. Morris sends it foul and will do it over again. Zach Moore is 0 for 4, hit into a line drive his last time up.
Lined out with the bases loaded to the second baseman.
The payoff pitch over again. A's with a runner in scoring position and 2 away. Pitch high, and that'll put runners on the corners. Here comes Bo Dalian. Dalian's 0 for 2. Got caught looking his last time up. Dalian came in defensively, went to third base after Nate Murphy moved to left field. Wow. Down in the count, 0-1 is Dalian. Count now 1-1. Runners on the corners, 2 away for the A's. The pitch. Dalian comes up empty as he offers, and down in the count 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Delivered and fouled off the end of the bat by Dalian, and he'll stay alive. The count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. The A's and Foxes will be back in action tomorrow night right here at Cavalier Field, 7 p.m. first pitch. Game 2 of the 4-game league series. Throw to first, not in time. Dalian fouls that one off to the third base side, and the count stands at 1 ball and 2 strikes. We've eclipsed the 3-hour mark in this ball game. Moore goes, and that pitch misses high to even the count at 2 apiece. Full the count runneth. And the payoff pitch. Dalian fouls it off into the netting in front of the first base dugout and will do the pitch again. The pitch misses outside, and that loads the bases. Here comes Matthew Rivers. Rivers 0 for 2. Struck out swinging his last time up. We'll bring up a mound visit from the Fort Collins Foxes, and the A's trying to claw their way back into this one slowly but surely. So we'll take this opportunity to thank some more of our sponsors. I Don't Care Family Restaurant and Sports Bar, Parker Haskins Insurance Incorporated, Rabine Brothers Law Firm, Victory Electric Cooperative Association, Jimmy John's, Ford County Farm Bureau Association, Service Master Rapid Response, Dodge City Kenworth, Cargill Meat Solutions, Tommy's Express Car Wash, Dodge City YMCA, EDF Renewables, and Dodge City Eye Care Sports Vision Training. We thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's baseball. So that mound visit is over, and we'll go back to work. Bases loaded with 2 away for the Dodge City A's in the bottom of the 9th, trailing 11-1. The first pitch to Matthew Rivers, misses low for ball number 1. 44 pitches thrown, 24 in 4 strikes. As that pitch catches the zone and evens a count at 1 apiece. The 1-1 goes outside. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count to Matthew Rivers. Rivers, a right fielder for the Dodge City A's, has walked on twice, flown out, and struck out. Rivers, a healthy offering at that one, comes up empty. Count evens itself at 2 apiece. That makes it deuces wild across the top of the scoreboard. The 2-2 pitch. Misses just outside. And full, the count has run again. So that will do it as Rivers comes up empty. He'll strike out swinging. That'll do it for this one. The A's fall 11-2. We'll be back after this with our final game wrap-up. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. The Dodge City A's fall 11-2 in the first game of the series to the Fort Collins Foxes. The Foxes 11 runs, 15 hits, no errors. They strand 8. The A's 2 runs on 4 hits, 2 errors. They strand 16 runners as the A's work the bases loaded multiple times in the ball game and not able to do much with it. So the Foxes victorious in game number 1. The A's and Foxes back in action tomorrow night Cooper Corcoran gets the win for the Foxes. Jake Vassell takes the loss for the Dodge City A's. Let's take a quick look at the scoring summary for your Dodge City A's. As in the first, where the A's actually got their run, Shannon Martin would ground out. A Grant Weiserman's walk followed by a Tyler McAvoy single would put runners on for the Dodge City A's. And then a Nate Murphy walk would load the bases. And Dominic Roberts' hit by pitch would drive a run in. And that would be the lone scoring for the Dodge City A's. The A's would again work the bases loaded in the second inning, as Matthew Rivers would get on a walk, a hit by pitch to Shannon Martin's, and then a double by Grant Weiserman's, but Matthew Rivers would be thrown out at home. The A's in the third would get runners on again, back-to-back walks, and then come up empty in that respect as well. Another walk issued to Grant Weiserman's in the fourth inning, and then the A's would go down in order in the fifth and sixth. In the seventh, the A's would get a runner aboard. C.D. Sharples would draw a walk, followed by a Nate Murphy walk, and then Dominic Roberts' walk would load the bases, but that would be it for the Dodge City A's. Back-to-back strikeouts in the eighth, and then a Shannon Martin walk, the lone runner for the A's in that one. Then in the ninth, the A's would break through again. Tyler McAvoy comes in, steps in, and hits a triple to get things started for the Dodge City A's. The A's come into today with 2 triples on the season. That number has been doubled, one by Tyler McAvoy and one by Isaiah Velasco. They both add triples to their extra hits category. Isaiah Velasco gets an RBI for his triple. A Zach Mora walk and a Bo Dalian walk would load the bases, but then Matthew Rivers would strike out, and that would end the ball game as the A's fall 11-2. Back in action tomorrow night, 7 p.m. first pitch here at Cavalier Field. I am Justin Hergert, was alongside with Matthew Chavez. We thank you for watching. For the entire A's board and organization, we say thank you. And this has been Dodge City A's Baseball.